Okay, and we're live. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to an amazing and special, and I'm so excited for this stream. I have two guest stars. If you guys would like to introduce yourself, or guest hosts, I guess. So, Chris, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Hi, guys. I'm Chris. I'm a fellow author tuber, and I've streamed with Lynn a couple times before. And yeah, I'm excited to write today because I need to get some writing done.
Me too. Me
Yay.
too.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kelly. I'm also an author tube, and I'm going to get some editing done today for Augur.
Nice.
Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for coming on, both of you. It might get a little bit chaotic, but that's okay. That's the vibe. And also, as for myself, I'm lynndjung. I'm a science fiction and fantasy writer, and I'm hosting today. But you guys want to scroll through and look at some of these questions and hellos? Let me.
Yeah,
if you guys
want exciting
about writing, we'll give you guys like a little bit of time, a little time before we start sprinting to get your questions answered. But okay.
Wow, so many people.
I know it gets really busy on these, especially like this month. I feel like I've had so many people like coming on and writing and chatting, and it's been really nice. Okay, question from Jasmine. Were all of you wearing green on purpose? That was just the thumbnail.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. We just so happened to be wearing green, but I did wear green today because the thumbnail was green.
I should have worn, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, darn it. Now I'm the only one. All right. That's fine. Next time I'll wear green. I'll get the memo, or we'll do a different color. And then Rachel said hi. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh yeah, wait, we had this discovery last time. But it only works sometimes. But
oh, mine's
with certain gestures.
I think we spent like 10 minutes doing this last stream.
No, I think doing this.
It was a long stream for no reason.
Yeah. Or like
I don't know why mine's not working.
Sometimes
you kind of have to hold it for a while.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, can you guys hear my cat going in the litter right now?
Bit, but I don't know.
Apologies on her behalf, everyone. She's going to the bathroom.
Oh my god. Wait. Not y'all giving Powerpuff Girls? Which of us is which?
Yeah,
we're all wearing green today, though.
Yeah, that's all. Only one wears green in the actual.
Wait, I would love to know what everyone thinks.
Yeah, I need to hear this.
Oh, who's who? Isn't the pink one like the leader or something like that?
Oh yeah, what's
I don't know.
I know Bubbles and Blossom.
Blossom.
Okay.
And Buttercup.
Oh wait, they all start with B. I didn't watch like TV growing up, so I feel like I'm very uneducated on like, especially the cartoons that people reference. Like so many people I know will reference SpongeBob, just like
you never watched.
I don't even know. Like it's like they're referencing Shakespeare basically, and I just have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. So we have a lot of people coming in for their first live, just saying hello. They're really excited to see all three of us here. And I'm excited to see all three of us here. I think this is our first, all three of us stream or video.
We actually chat a lot, but we never
wait, the three of us have never streamed together.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay, wait, now the expectations are high.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Okay. Has StreamYard been able to do that the whole time? I think it's this that Rachel's talking about. I don't know. But
I do that on like FaceTime and that works.
Yeah, the like thumbs up. I'll do that accidentally. Okay. Chris is giving Buttercup for sure. Wait, which one
she
is
was
that?
my favorite growing up.
I think
I want to be
is that the green one? Or is it
the green one.
Okay. That's cute. I routinely reference SpongeBob like I'm referencing Shakespeare. Okay. It seems like no one has any questions, so we can like run into a first sprint if you guys want. I mean, might as well be efficient about it. Yeah. Let me pull up. Oh God. Is that good?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I seriously like never know what is going to happen when I press the little tabs to configure the layout. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and start the timer, and then if you guys want to start recording word count, as in like if chat wants to start recording word count, you can do that. We're gonna do 25 minutes Pomodoro style, and then do another little breakout chat session. But yeah, and I'm currently working on my necromancy book that I don't like it yet, but hopefully I'll start to like it a little bit more.
Sorry, can you guys hear my cat?
Yeah, it's so
Just a
cute.
little bit. No, I don't think it's a
I'll be
problem.
muting.
No.
No, don't.
She spent like 10 minutes in her litter box and then she yaps.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
continue.
No, I feel like
Necromancy.
cats, no worries. Cats are chatty when they use the toilet. I don't know why. They like want you to know.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, anything else you guys want to mention before we jump into sprint number 1?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and start. That is the first sprint done.
That felt so short.
It went by really quickly, yeah. How'd it go for you guys? Let me pull us back up into. Oh, okay. How was that for y'all?
It was
It
good.
was not bad, yeah. I didn't actually write that much. I went back and forth between the short story and my book.
Oh, nice.
So I kind of split up the session.
New short story.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually an old one that I'm rewriting. Like I finished it, I think last year, but then I wanted to like change and expand the ending.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh, I miss writing short fiction. I've been having to prioritize like novel writing, but
I feel you.
I hate it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me go through the chat and like look through stuff, I guess. But Kelly, how was editing?
Oh, it was good. I'm doing like the author responded back to my edits, so I'm just going through them, and I'll be doing a line edit after. So it's good. This is good motivation for me.
Yeah, nice. You must be so busy with like client work and YouTube and your own writing and your job.
Yeah.
I feel like every vlog I'm like, how is Kelly balancing
she
these things?
Oh yeah, I think I need to take a break on the vlogs.
No, that is totally fun. I'm kind of taking a break on vlogs right now.
Yeah, but every time I watch like one of you guys vlog, like I want to vlog again.
I know. I was watching your guys' that came out this weekend. Yeah. Both of you had one come out this weekend, right? Yeah, and I was just like, ugh, I miss vlogging. Okay. It looks like everything is. Oh, also, Rachel has COVID, which sucks. I'm so sorry, Rachel.
No. Oh my god.
Feel better soon. That was sent before we started the sprint, so I feel bad that I didn't see that, but I hope you feel better soon if you're still here. Oh, Hassan sent a super, which is amazing. Thank you so much. Got the format for Act 1 using the start. Kelly did a rough manuscript using the 2 clones idea from your video. Do you artisans blend sci-fi and magic? Sometimes.
No. I love it.
Sci-fi.
I like the idea of it. I've never written it before though.
I think moths kind of. I mean, it's a magic system that is structured in the way, like if magic were a science, because alchemy was the precursor to some scientific stuff, but I don't know.
That's true.
I don't think it's sci-fi at all.
Fantasy vibes.
Yeah, just a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, I love it when they blend. I feel like towards the end of like Avatar, like Korra, I felt like it kind of blended there because they like utilize the bending like for like the lightning. No, not lightning. Whatever Toph created.
Oh, the end of Korra?
Yeah, like
oh, it's been so long.
Yeah, like I felt like it was kind of like
metal bending.
Yeah, metal bending. Also, even in Shadow and Bone, like in at least the TV show, they were saying how like one Grisha was like 10 soldiers, something like that. I don't know. It was like a very specific comment. But I remember thinking like
it's been so long since I've watched that show.
Yeah, but that's very cool that you were using my idea. Love to read it.
Yeah, wait, sorry. This got me thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. I watched it for the first time as an adult because I like didn't really remember it because my partner really likes it. And I was like, this is good. And then we got to Korra and I was like, I can't get through the second season.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's beautifully animated. It's like her uncle and their spirits.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I'm just like, oh.
I feel like Korra picked up on the third season. Like,
okay.
The second season's a bit of a slog, but it's been a while. So
I'll have to keep trying to get through it. But I was just like, it was so weird to me that they jumped so much. Like in the timeline of like not even the timeline, but the technological advancement.
Yeah, I agree.
It was very jarring to me. But you know, it is what it is.
It's probably also though because you watched it like back to back. I feel like it's such a weird experience to watch like all of Atla and then immediately go into Korra because I feel like they're so tonally different.
Yeah, they're very different.
Yeah, I have a lot of opinions about Korra actually, but I do like the third season.
I like Korra overall, but I do remember the second season being like weird with like the uncle. Like I remember having some like, but I think Korra like suffers from production issues in that I feel like they didn't get the same amount of episodes, and
Yeah.
so they had to kind of deal with like a different
Yeah.
structure. And I'm
Yeah.
not sure if the team knew if they were getting a second and third season, which is why like season one feels a little bit contained, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
It seems like they really, because they were still doing that under Nickelodeon, right? And
Oh my god, yeah, Nickelodeon
it couldn't
sucks.
have been, just from like the way it could have done these amazing things like thematically if it were just like for a slightly older audience.
Yeah. I also felt like they really pushed the romance because I got it. Like I loved Zuko Katara. Like I used to write fan fiction about that. And I feel like
they're like a totally normal thing to write fanfic about.
Yeah, that's like classic origin story.
Yeah. But I feel like because like the creators or maybe the studio like recognized there was such a push for like romance arcs, I feel like they did that a little bit too much. Well, it came off in, I don't know. It came off in a way that felt like it was trying to set it up as is like the first one I felt like was more organic a little bit.
Yeah. Wait, so like the brothers? Oh, no worries. Wait, like the brothers and then Korra and then Asami, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the brothers were so unnecessary.
I really enjoyed the
love triangles. I don't know. I'm kind of a defender of like
it was like a love square.
The characters are like older in Korra, you know what I mean? It's just like that messy, like early 20s, are they in the early 20s or late teens age? Like, yeah, I have other issues with Korra, but I feel like I don't really remember much about the romance other than like Nickelodeon being like homophobic at the end.
Yeah, that's so weird. Yeah, I think it was just like so fast, especially in the first season, that I was just like, why are we paying attention to this? I had this issue in like Atla too, where I was like, not with the romance, but every time they had like a fun little side quest, I was like, hey, you have to save the world, like get it together. Please focus right now. Log in. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting franchise. I know they're making like more stuff on their own kind of.
They are. I'm excited.
Yeah, I wonder if they still have the sauce. Okay.
I hope so.
During that conversation, I missed 1 million messages.
Oh yeah, we got so derailed.
Yeah. I love Zuko. Like Zuko was like my ideal man when I was 13.
I feel
that's like a normal ideal man at that age.
Yeah, that is normal.
I'm not into that archetype anymore, but
I think it's fun in fiction.
Yeah.
But it has to be done well. Like he was that, but written well. Yeah. Where he's also like kind of.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's a great character.
Yeah. Something that people like that, because I absorbed most of Atla through like fan stuff, because I don't even think I finished it when I was a kid. I don't even know. Like I was not into it in that way as a child. So I absorbed most of it through like the fan base surrounding it, and everyone is like drawing Zuko as like super cool and hot, but then you watch it and he's like a dork. He's a normal like weirdo loser, and I'm like, we need that in young adult, not the like, I don't know, super suave,
not the 16-year-olds who act like they're 25.
We need the losers. We need the weirdos.
Loser representation.
Exactly, because so many teenagers are huge dorks. Like most of them are really. I have a question here for us. How to define a genre of writing you're doing? Like, how many times can you merge genres before giving it all away?
I don't think there's a limit.
I don't think so either. I think it's whatever the story is.
Yeah.
I feel like you both do more like genre literary blending than me. But I also think that there's no, I guess, actually, I don't know this. Do you mean like sci-fi and like fantasy? Like, can you like merge that, or
on top? Or depends.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's a lot of like. Sorry, I'm still scrolling through the comments. But yes, okay. First, I think that just merge it as much as you want, but also don't write with the genre in mind necessarily.
I think so too. Yeah. I think like if you're thinking about Oh, how do we define a genre? I feel like that's something that you don't really have to think about at all unless you're querying or sort of in that later stage. I think when you're just writing, you should just write it and not worry about how to characterize it or anything. But it can also be helpful to think about your inspirations, I guess. Like what kind of stories and authors are you
Mhm.
influenced by? Yeah,
Yeah.
as a starting point.
I also think that genre is so, like, arbitrary because it is mostly marketing. I mean, there's, like, conventions and stuff, but, like, for example, mods, right now I'm calling it dark academia, but, like, at a different
Mhm.
point, the timeline of publishing it could have been just urban fantasy or, like, just
Yeah, that's
fantasy.
true,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
There's a certain aspect of it where it's just, like, kind of arbitrary and more about the marketing and the pitching.
Yeah.
There's so many everyone got, like, really into the discussion of Atlas, Legend of
Oh,
Korra.
people have so many opinions about
Yeah.
Atla and
I did
Korra.
not
Yeah.
realize, yeah.
Okay, honestly, I
Oh,
saw
Yeah.
some comments about Jet. I really liked Jet too. I
Oh,
was
I
like,
love Jet.
I think I was actually 11 when I first watched that episode, like 12 or something. And I thought he
mhm.
was so cool.
I think he's a
Yeah.
great
Yeah,
character. Yeah.
yeah. His arc was really I was like, "Whoa, that is intense." Like, the way that panned out, no
Yeah,
spoilers.
especially for a kids show, I think it's like a really good introduction into the concept of like resistance
Mhm,
under occupation
Mhm.
mhm.
and just like a really good distillation of what that
Yeah.
looks like at a base level.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I liked his character, honestly. I don't
I was
I didn't think of him as, like, a love interest or anything because why? But I
Oh, I forgot
just
about that part.
I
Yeah.
know, that's
I
what
think
people
that
were
was just there for flavor.
yeah, but I
yeah, yeah.
really did forget like Jet like wrapping Katara up and like going up on the tree. I thought
I
that
don't
was
even remember that. Okay, it's
I
been
don't
so
either.
long. Oh my gosh. He does
Oh my
that?
god.
I think he
That's
does
so
that.
funny.
Maybe
He,
someone
like, zip lines up like Batman.
yeah, and then he's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
holding
yeah.
on to Katara.
Oh,
I thought that was
I
so
remember.
cool. So funny.
Uh, wow. Yeah, there's everyone is so opinionated. When in a good way, not in a bad way. I'm just, like, shocked that people like, it's kind of they're both kinda older shows, so I'm like, "Whoa."
they're
Okay.
eternal.
I know, right? They really have left their mark on society and pop culture in a way I did not realize. Okay. So, yeah, how are we feeling about writing? How's that going, generally speaking? For
Good.
chat and also for you guys. I yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna talk about my struggle for a little bit. I just
Yes.
switched this from, like I think the progress or, like, the process I went through was I wrote it in third person present, and then I was like, "Okay, no, first person present," and then I went to third person past, and now I'm on first person past. Like,
This
I've
is for
written
your
the first
current
chapter.
whip, right?
Yes. I've written the
Oh
first
yeah.
chapter in each like, fully completed the first chapter in each of those.
Yeah, I do
I'm
that too
so
sometimes.
I'm sick of it. What is I think I'm okay
Yeah.
with first person past, but maybe I'm just tired.
Oh, you're writing first person? Oh, that's fun.
It's like because for me, the issue that I run into with first person is that I just don't feel like it's adult enough most of the time. Like, I love first person for young
Yeah.
adult. I wrote my first like, the book I got an agent with the first time back in 2018. I wrote that, like, first
Mhm.
person present. And that was, like, because she's a teenager, she has a really, like, peppy voice and is snarky or whatever, but it's, like, harder for me to tap into that with an adult tone and voice, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's interesting to me because, like, I feel like YA has kind of taken over recently with
Mhm,
first person, I mean, because
mhm,
I think I don't really associate first person with YA, but I know
mhm,
that because I think there's been a shift in publishing where first person is so associated with YA now that like that's how people think about it.
mhm.
But I think if you read like older stuff, that sort of helps with finding a more adult first person voice, I find.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a little bit more, yeah, like if you read older stuff. I can't really think of like more recent stuff, especially in genre that has been written
Yeah.
in first person. If you also maybe look at literary, but I don't read
I
much
was gonna
literary these
say.
days, so
Yeah, I've been
yeah.
reading, I think, a fair amount of literary, but also I haven't been reading much because my school requires a lot of reading. So there's the other issue of like
Yeah.
academic voices seeping into my brain, and that's more
Yeah.
adult, but it's not the direction I want for this book.
That's true. I think that with voice, it's like you have to pick the one that ultimately you don't feel like you're forcing. Because I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the thing is like if you write a couple chapters of it and you really just haven't found it yet, I think that's like kind of maybe a sign that it'll be a struggle.
Yeah. Ugh.
I feel like I find first person like more so in romance now. Like that's how I
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's actually true. Yeah.
reading a
Yeah.
lot of like spicy romance.
Mhm.
Most of them are first person. So
Oh,
I treat that like as more adult now than YA, but I haven't been reading YA in like over a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
I
true.
did get an arc recently, but it's YA, but it's interesting. Honestly, I'll tell you guys about it after because I don't
Okay.
under anyone. um,
But
but
I
yeah,
love a good third person present.
I do too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
their present is like
Yeah, yeah.
can never go wrong. I think.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a question. What is your favorite love or I guess romance trope?
Slow burn, slow burn, slow burn.
True, true.
That's how I write everything.
I I feel like I'm a sucker for like good enemies to lovers.
Oh,
This
like
is
real
controversial.
enemies to lovers? Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, for me, the ones that I like are where it's purely circumstantial. Like if they met in different circumstances, they would be friends or like fall in love
Mm,
immediately. So I love
yeah,
this
that's
idea of
interesting.
like two people who are kind of trapped on maybe opposite sides of a conflict or whatever because there's greater
Hmm.
forces and greater things that they respond to or have to answer to, but they still are
Yeah.
drawn to each other. I'm like, especially when it's like a mirroring trope where it's like, oh, actually, we're not that different after all. Stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think is so thematically interesting and fun, which is what I like in romance. And yeah, that's mine.
I think I like
Mm.
I love slow burn. Like I've been talking a lot about this NCIS show that I've been watching. But anyway,
Mhm.
like there's two couples in that show and they're finally doing a spin-off like literally 10 years later. Like how much more slow burn can you get?
Oh,
The
wow.
ultimate slow burn. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I
wow.
love slow burn, but I think I like He Falls First. Is that true?
Mm.
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I like that.
Hmm.
I
I
feel
like
like
the middle.
it's funny though, because a lot of like I don't know, a lot of the books I read are from like if it's a het relationship, then the woman's point of view. So like I do think it's amusing to see
Mm.
the
Mhm.
man fall first and then
Yeah.
but she kind of was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's always fun. Another question. I'll just do a couple more and then we can jump right into the next sprint. Asked this earlier, but how do you define a chapter slash related advice for that? It's all like
Mm.
intuition for me. I don't think I've ever
Yeah,
thought
it's just
about it.
vibe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think of chapters though as like, oh, sorry, Kelly, you go
Oh
first.
no. Go ahead. I'm still gathering.
I was just gonna say like I kind of like try to think of my chapters as having like a beginning, middle, end. Like it's like just to make sure that doesn't feel stagnant. So
Mm,
like I always think of like what's the purpose of the chapter, what is like being advanced in the plot or for the characters or for both. Um and then is there like a, a hint of what happens next, but without giving all of it, I guess.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I completely I would say that if I could. Also, I think some folks might get confused between like a scene and a chapter, but I think a scene is more like kind of what makes up a chapter is how I would see it. It's like little bits that give that beginning, middle, and end, Chris, as you were talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, definitely making sure all chapters have that. And also with like the leading into the next thing. For me, that's like
Hmm.
emblematic of the three C's that I always preach about, where within a chapter,
Mm.
like someone makes a choice and then there's a consequence resulting.
I think what I'm trying. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No.
I think I read this book. I think I told you both how like every chapter ended with like the person sleeping or something like that.
Oh yeah, you always talk about that. That's so weird.
So now, like, I guess as an advice, even for myself, I want to make sure that like the chapters end like, sure, like I feel like sleeping is an organic way to end a chapter, but if it's like repetitive like that, then I think, yeah, just I'll pick it up.
Yeah, I feel like I end a lot of chapters on like a realization or like a drastic action. So that's kind of like the lead into the next thing, and that keeps you reading. Okay, next question. What techniques do you have to balance the things a viewpoint character shows versus what they keep inside? Where do you find your less is more for scenes? Ooh.
These are good questions.
Yeah, people have good questions on these streams. I'm proud of, or wait, do you use to find balance? Yeah. What techniques do you use to balance?
By subtext, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Chris, maybe you made a good video on subtext.
Have I? I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
I think it's like
that sounds familiar.
Oh my god, have I? I'm like forgetting. I don't know. This is like something that's so I've never thought about this.
Yeah, me too.
It feels so like intuitive.
I kind of don't know how to answer this.
I guess it's a question of like interiority and
yeah, and it depends on like maybe what the character's motivations are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like what actually happens on the page versus what's not said. I think like defining them, like who they are, what they're like, what they're about pretty early on. And then just keeping that consistent. Like character consistency is a big part of this, because as you get to know a character, you kind of like get a feel for like, how you know someone for a really long time and you're like, I can tell you're just barely keeping it together and you're trying not to be angry, but I know you're pissed at this kind of thing. But that's like kind of hard to put into words in terms of like how to actually apply that. I'm not sure what where do you find your less is more for scenes means.
I guess like what
ahead.
what you say versus what you don't say. I think at least for my characters, I try to always figure out what are the things that they I guess what's tied to their like deep-seated internal conflict, and what are the things about themselves that they are not prepared to confront, I guess, especially early in the story. And then how do you pace out them having to like slowly confront it? Because in the beginning, there's going to be a lot of things maybe that they don't want to confront about themselves. And then like, how does that evolve throughout the story? I really don't have like a structured, like I've never consciously thought about this before. So that's why it's like very difficult to put into words. Maybe someone else can find a better way to
I guess I would think about it like myself as well. Like let's say I'm at work and I have to do this, someone just asked me to do this like random presentation and I'm not prepared, but I wouldn't, if I want to like pretend I know everything, I wouldn't like maybe have an outburst. I would keep it maybe more professional. I guess like in that case, you could probably show on the outside, maybe I look put together, but on the inside, I'm like freaking out. if that makes sense. Like I would, maybe like myself, what I would do in that situation.
Yeah. And some of those things, like I would also feel the same way in that situation. So it's like a universal almost kind of sensation or experience.
Just self-insert.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, just write self-insert characters. That's what I do.
Yeah. I'm always like, when I edit and stuff, I'm like, I always find myself, or almost always, I usually find myself making comments like, you don't need to state this. This is implied. And for me, most of the implication comes through the like universality. Like a normal person would feel this way in that situation.
Good point.
Yeah, good question. let's maybe go into the next sprint. If chat is ready, let me know. Yeah. I love talking craft with you guys. I feel like it's just such a
Yeah.
even when we don't know the answer, I'm like, this is so productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do it forever, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. If that could just be our full-time jobs, I'd be down.
I wish.
Oh my gosh, like 2 more questions came in, and they're both really interesting. So can we
Okay.
answer? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do these real quick and then go into the sprint. Have you written a character who is so different from you, like you've never been in their situation? Yes. All of my characters are so
Yeah.
different from me.
Yeah.
I think I make them so much meaner than I actually am.
A mean character is fun.
Mhm.
A mean character that is like compensating for something incredibly awful and tragic that's happened to them is fun.
Mhm. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really wanting to write like from the point of view of like a male character recently. But
You should. It's fun.
I know.
I
Not like
write a lot of guy main characters. I think it's because it makes me feel like I'm not self-inserting, even
mhm. That's kind of my like not my fear, but I'm kind of like, oh, I've written another like Korean American or Korean American coded female character. People are gonna think I'm just writing about myself, but they're also
Okay, well,
different.
there's nothing wrong with writing about yourself.
I mean, like the thing is that for me, a lot of writing is like exploring situations that I've been in or feelings I've had. So in a way, they are self-inserts, but like I construct them as people that are very different from me. They've just undergone
Yeah,
this experience. So
that makes
it's like
sense.
that element of like, yes, it is a self-insert, and yes, I do write them to like look like me, kind of, just in the general
Mhm.
sense, share my ethnicity,
Yeah.
because it's like easier for me to put that experience into that form, if that makes sense. And also, some
Yeah.
experiences are unique to like Asian American women.
That's true. There's like nuances
Like,
there.
yeah, there are identity nuances, but
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like personality-wise, they're just not. They're not me at all. Like, I don't know how else.
Yeah. I really like I've never really done it for a main character. Like I think my main characters I very much like pull from myself. Like not obviously not in their experiences because you're writing like science fiction or fantasy,
Mhm,
but in terms of like their insecurities or their anxieties, I
mhm,
think I always kind of root my main characters in that because if they're the perspective character, it's just easier and it feels more genuine and authentic to write from that perspective. But with my side characters, I like to go crazy. Like I love
mhm,
like I think that's why I get really attached to side characters because it feels like this really interesting thought experiment to just try to imagine like if this is what this character has gone through, how would they react to this situation? What are their deep-seated insecurities? Yeah, it feels like living different lives. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way as you, Chris. I think my main characters tend to draw from that like insecurity you were mentioning.
Mhm.
Also, I think a lot of my characters have identity issues, but maybe it's because I do too. Yeah, I think like, the side characters where you get to like explore like different personas.
Yeah.
I have the same for me too.
Yeah.
mhm. Write what you
It's
know.
funny. It's because like whenever people ask me when I was writing Local Heavens, which is a Gatsby retelling, whenever people ask me like, "Oh, like who are your favorite characters?" I don't have favorite characters, but I always tell people that my favorite scenes to write were Tom Buchanan's and Jordan Baker's, because they were so like they're the most like mean characters who are just like not like me at all. But I find
Mhm.
that to be like some of the most like rewarding stuff to write.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they
Yeah.
also bring like a lot of conflict in. So I like a mean character for that
Yeah,
too.
they're just like chaos
Dark and
elements. Those are the
big.
best characters to
Yeah.
write.
Yeah. Having like, well, I'm very slowly reading again, but having read through it the first time, I was like, the Tom scenes are fun. Like, I hate him. He sucks.
Tom
But
scenes are
No,
these
fun.
are fun. Yeah.
every comment.
Oh, my friend, one of my really good friends, like the very, very last scene with Tom, she was like, I cried. I was like, why are you crying for Tom? I was shocked. I was like, stop it.
Not
insane.
Tom. Oh my
That's
god.
so funny.
Tom of all people.
Mhm.
And
I was like, come on now.
every time I read a line from Tom, I put like I had like emoji.
Crazy.
Oh my god. And then the follow-up question to that was how to make your characters not like yourself, at least most of the time, or not like a stereotype. I
Mm.
think self-insert characters are good.
I'm a defender of self-insert characters.
I think it's okay to make them like you because
Mhm.
for me, I think writing is about personal expression. And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that you can't do that without making your characters at least a little bit like you.
Mhm.
But I would recommend, like, if you want to kind of create that distance and like avoid the accusations of self-inserts, then finding that piece of yourself that they're the most rooted in and then kind of building around that and building someone different is like a good way to
Yeah.
them and write a realistic character
Yeah.
that you understand but also is not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. Are we gonna we ready to sprint?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do another
Yeah.
one.
This might be our last one just because of time, but 25 minutes. Let's get it. Wait, hold on. I have to pull up the thing. Sorry. Okay, perfect. Excuse me. how did that go for everyone? And how are you feeling?
That one went by really fast.
Yeah, I agree. I did kind of go into a distraction period, but that's fine. I got some stuff done. No big milestones, but it's the most words I've written all week. Cassie says, not me staring at the clock, counting down the seconds instead of writing. Sometimes it do be like that. Chris, how was it for you?
Not bad. I got like stuck in a scene. I've been trying to write this action sequence for like a week. And it's just so long. I find that like they always end up being longer than I anticipate them being. And there's just like so many characters in this scene and so many things to do. And it's just it's long.
That's
but
exciting.
I made progress, so.
And you're in Act 2.
I am. I'm like not quite at the midpoint, but I'm a couple chapters away from the midpoint.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been writing that book pretty fast.
I don't know if it's been fast. Like I technically started it in like maybe end of February. And I feel like I should be writing faster than I am. I don't know. I feel like I wrote Local Heavens faster. I don't know. Moving.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm unbelievable.
I'm excited for you guys to read it too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love it. I already know it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't
I'm
expectations too high, guys. It's still
No, I'm like a fan, rabid fan here, so it's just gonna. I don't even care. Oh my gosh, so many people are coming through. Oh, here's a question for Chris. Did you write the Gatsby retelling from an observer's perspective?
I guess so. Yeah, it's still from Nick's perspective. Yeah.
He does stuff though. He's not just
he
observing.
Does stuff.
He's doing things, getting stuff.
He's doing things. Yeah.
Don't kill me.
Yeah, wow, a lot of people got like a ton of words in. 605 in 25 minutes. 448. Or wait, no, that's not that one. 448. Yeah, like how are you all doing this?
I write so slow.
I do too. I type fast though, that's the problem. But my thought process is non-linear.
Yeah, but my
so
brain is like, it buffers.
I feel that, yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh. Here's just a quote. He does stuff. He does.
Yeah, he does do stuff.
Okay, question. I'm also only gonna stay on. We're only gonna stay on for like probably like, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. Because that was the last sprint. So yeah. If you guys are good with 10 minutes, then we can just answer these last questions and then call it a day. Because it is actually so hot here. And I don't understand why. Anyway, question. When trying to write an organic character arc, how do you hold yourself back from writing the character's aha moment too early in their development? I like to have little aha moments leading up to the big aha moment. And that's like satisfying. Yeah.
This is
that makes sense.
I've never really thought through this before.
I think, like anything, like the progress that a character makes during their arc is, well, first of all, I love like a non-linear character arc, and I think those are the most organic to me most of the time, where they like have a regression moment too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's very realistic. So
I feel like I would try to line this up with maybe the beats of the story. So if your aha moment, well, I guess it also depends what the story is, because it could be like a red herring or something. But if I know it's supposed to be later and I'm like 30K into the manuscript, it's probably like, oh, maybe this is a bit too early, and then I would probably go back and brain dump. That helps.
Yeah,
I think also like roadblocks, like characters need obstacles along their way to whatever their goal is or whatever their realization is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that I feel like the first book that I kinda, like, queried with, like, that was something I had to learn while revising that book is, like, how to write effective roadblocks that actually feel like obstacles and actually cause the
Mhm.
characters to change, um,
Yeah.
and it's still
Yeah.
hard. It's still hard for me. Um, have you ever written stories with creatures that you had to create from scratch, and have you ever been deeply freaked out by your own monsters?
Mm.
I feel like Lynn, I feel like this is a good question for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I don't know if I
have, but
have
What's
actually.
story called? Wait, I forgot. Yeah, but the one short story you have.
which one? Which one?
The one that got the pushcard nomination.
Oh, Esther Park.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did that, but I was also thinking, like, but I guess they're not my creations, like, in my Korean mythological fantasy YA, there's a lot of, like, non-human creatures. But also, like, I have a zoology background. I also make up a lot of plants because of the botany background, so I've definitely done it, I just can't think of any, and most of the time it's like, "Oh, look at this interesting mythical being," or, like, "This weird freak of nature,"
Mhm.
it's not, like, scary. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I like playing with myth. Like I like doing
Mhm.
my own twists on existing mythical creatures. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
really started from scratch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did
I
you guys
also this
ever
is
Oh, go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say like not just like monsters, but I love coming up with like really nightmarish technological things.
Oh, yeah. You're
Yeah.
so good at that.
I try.
And you succeed. I was going to ask if you guys remember, like, the Spiderwick Chronicles from back in the day? Like, the Holly Black.
I never read
Oh,
them, I don't think, but I remember yeah,
I didn't
I
read
remember them.
them, but for some reason, I had this, like, it was beautiful, like, an illustrated field guide to all the creatures that are in the Spiderwick Chronicles, and it was, like,
Oh.
watercolor paintings by,
Oh
I
my
think,
gosh.
Tony DiTerlizzi. I was
Yeah.
obsessed with it, and it was, like, written and structured in a way to make it look like actual field notes, and that is
I really
so
yeah.
Mhm.
I really like bestiaries, like fake
Yes.
whatever notes on like fake
mhm.
Mhm.
creatures. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Especially if
Mhm.
they're done like, they were all kind of designed, if I remember correctly, in a way that made them feel like they could plausibly be part of our world. So I feel like taking
Mm,
a mythological or, like, a fantasy or a folklore creature and designing it to,
yeah,
like, fit our world is, like, my favorite thing. That is absolutely, like, my bread and butter, and I don't do it
yeah.
enough. Um, okay. Oh, wow, yeah. Lots of questions. By the way, Lynn, when will we get more short fiction from you? I still get random scenes from Esther Park running in my head sometimes. That's a huge compliment. Thank you. I have some short fiction, but I haven't been like submitting like basically all year. I don't think I've really submitted much. I had one that I was like really hype on and stoked on, and it got rejected from like every magazine I sent it to. I sent it to like 6 or 7.
Mm,
And not that that, like, burned me out or disappointed me, but I was just like, "I don't have anything else, so I'm just gonna stop submitting," but I have
yeah.
ideas, finished stuff, so hopefully I can
It's so
submit.
hard to write short fiction and write your book at the same time. I find that
Yes.
like
Yeah.
yeah. And then
I
also to go through the process of submitting the
Mm.
stories.
Mhm.
Like I always just like write the draft and then forget about it.
Mhm. Me too. I It's hard for me to edit short fiction too because I feel like usually the idea is so
Yeah.
complete in my head, and then
Mhm.
yeah. But there's one that I've been meaning to write, it's about, like, a weird parasite.
Parasites.
Creepy.
Um, I'll tell you guys more later, but I've been meaning to work on that, and then another one that's kind of like a weird retell I've been writing a lot of stuff set in California because I miss it so much.
Oh, write what you know.
Oh, and I know I feel like I've never known a place as well as I've gotten to know California in the past, like, year or so,
Mm.
or, like, the last year or so that I lived there, because I just, like, was going everywhere and doing all sorts of things all over the state. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Okay. question for everyone. This kind of lines up with something I was going to ask. What's a line or two that you're really proud of writing this weekend? And I'm going to extend this to chat as well. We'll finish off with everyone. If you're comfortable sharing a line that you are proud of or a line that you recently wrote.
This brings me like flashbacks to my seminar I took where we had to read our stories out loud to be critiqued.
No, okay, no critique.
No,
just sharing of words.
That's so scary. What the heck? Why would they make you do that?
No, that was the
Wait, so you would read your own out loud and then people would critique you?
Yeah, so I actually ended up dropping that writing seminar like for totally unrelated reasons. It was like a logistical issue. But yeah, we were like working towards a novel, and every week we had to read like one page from our draft, and then everyone would like have to critique it after.
That's kind of crazy.
I know.
That is crazy. Do I have a line?
I honestly did not do much writing this weekend because
Doesn't have to be
I've just had the worst weekend of my life, but yeah.
It can be from not this weekend. I'm making that decree. God damn it. I've like deleted so much of what I've written that there's nothing in here. Ugh. Okay, let me dig. Oh, there's already some good ones in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm reading them. I like it. I did like this one line I wrote. I won't read out loud, but I really like fun metaphors. And so one of my characters is wearing a dress and she's running away. It's pink. Wait, this is gonna make no sense, but like I like it. And so you know how like Cinderella, when she's like in her pink dress, she's like it was like torn and she's like running away and crying. But instead of torn like externally, it's like internally torn. Okay, this makes no sense, but
that makes sense.
Maybe I'll share it with you guys later.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah, no
pressure.
pressure.
Short story.
Sorry?
What project is this from?
Oh, okay. It's the secret project I've been working on. Yeah, the one I'm trying to write 8,000 words every week for.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I did it twice already though. I wrote 16K since last Monday.
Oh my gosh, that's fast.
That's so insane.
I wish I could do that.
I feel like but I don't like polish it as much. It's pretty raw. I'm gonna go back and do that later.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of my writing from the last week is like just raw, uncooked.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta do it. Yeah, I just straight up haven't been writing. I'm feeling self-conscious now. No. Okay. I'm just
Why?
I don't know. Because I feel like whenever this question is posed, you have to find like a line that could be on like a Pinterest board kind of thing. But
right, like without context.
Yeah, most of my lines like aren't like that. They don't kind of stand on their own and aren't impressive on their own, but I like descriptive writing.
Me too.
I have a short one. Oh, this is so cringy, actually. Okay. It's a short line. And I'll give context. It's just the skin and bones mutt was a tricky beast. I've been really into like the sticking an adjective before a noun, almost like it's a name or a title. But this is yeah. So skin and bones is like skin dash and dash bones.
Ooh, I like it. Yeah. Do you both have like favorite words at the moment, or like words that
I have like phases with certain words where it's just like I can't get them out of my head.
Mhm.
But they're always like really basic
Mm.
words. Like for a while, like I would describe a lot of like I was very obsessed with the word sweet for some reason, like putting sweet in places where it shouldn't be. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I get that. Yeah, where like it doesn't usually go, and it just like works so well because it is a simpler word.
Yeah. When I was writing my last book, I was using the word golden a lot. Yeah. Like I had a lot of crutch words that my agent was like, "Girl, stop it."
Oh my god. I think right now it's probably Sybil, like
Mm.
SYBL, because that is a world element in this book. So, and they're not even like the main. They're not even that important. But I'm just like, oh, this concept is so crazy and weird, and I love it.
I love weird.
Yeah, this book is very weird. It's not like dark, dark, but it's strange. Like the world is definitely kind of odd, unusual.
That's the best kind of world.
I know. I just hope I can like write this book to complete.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that covers everything. So if you guys are ready, sorry that it was just 2 sprints, but thank you so much to everyone for sharing your lines and for tagging along for this writing adventure. I hope you got a lot done. I am doing another one next weekend with another guest, not these 2, unfortunately, but another guest. So yeah, that's it for today. That's all I've got for you. Thank you so much for coming, and see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.